Your house is the greatest investment you'll ever make and will be your most valuable asset. So make it work for you. This is Put Your Money Where Your House Is, where we give you tips on how to add value to your property. I'm Melissa Porter and I've been developing homes for about 5 years now, and I am going to show you how. We're in leafy North London and we're going to be adding value to this 2-bedroom, 3rd floor flat which belongs to Anthony Welfare.
I used to rent it 5 years ago, when I'd first moved down to London, so it's the second place I'd lived in, because I was working in the centre, so it's nice and easy transport links to get into London. And obviously it's a nice big flat, but at the time it wasn't as well decorated and set up. When I bought it, they'd done quite a lot to it, and then all I did was literally move my stuff in and put a few pictures up, and I've repainted a few patches, and that's all I've done really. I'd like to work from home a bit more. What I'd like is some workspace, somewhere where I'd be able to do my work separately and not be part of my house as such. So I've got my home and my work separate, so just a different sort of area which is specifically for working.
Nearly everyone's house has one room or one aspect that lets it down. And for most of us, our homes are our most valuable assets. So whether you're planning to move or stay put for the foreseeable future, it's essential to ensure that your property is in tip-top condition. I've got the keys to Anthony's flat and I've brought along Paul Ray from Benham & Reeves Estate Agency to give a professional valuation of the property. Right, ooh. This is nice and light and bright, isn't it?
Great, really, really good. It's the first thing that hits you is just the light from the hallway.
And space.
Really good feel to it.
So Paul, this is the first of the 2 double bedrooms.
Okay, really good size.
Nice.
That's fantastic. That's a really great view.
Is that important to potential buyers?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's just nice, green, leafy, and it's just a really nice aspect.
And lots of storage.
That's really good.
And wooden floors. I'm liking these wooden floors. It's quite modern.
Yeah, really easy to kind of maintain and just low maintenance, and again, give the place a really good feeling of light.
Okay, so second of the 2 double bedrooms.
Yep.
Are you liking what you're seeing?
It is really good size again.
Very light.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's great actually. It's got a really good feel to it.
I like it. I think it's light because they've used a good colour as well on the wall.
Yeah, it's sensible, it's neutral, it's inoffensive.
What about this storage?
Yeah, storage is a big plus.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's got tons of storage.
Aha, surprise. This is the second of 2 bathrooms in the property.
That's great. Really good. Big advantage when you've got a decent sized 2-bedroom flat.
Yeah, and it's nice and spacious, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's not kind of one of
it
those
is.
little minute ones.
Yeah, like it. Finished to a good standard and inoffensive. It's good.
There. Yeah.
Okay.
Main bathroom.
Okay.
Quite light, bright, clean, airy.
Yeah, works well.
Loving it. And kitchen. Oh, now this is a lovely kitchen.
Yeah, good kitchen.
What do you think about this then? Nice storage space?
Yeah, really sensible use of space. It's not a big kitchen, but it's really sensibly planned.
Now, what about the fact that it's quite dark? It's dark colours.
It feels like a bit of a bachelor pad, but it works really well because there's really sensible halogen lights that really make the place feel incredibly bright.
And I think a really fabulous use of space.
Yeah.
This kind of kitchen has got to add value to a property, hasn't it?
For sure. It's a nice finish. It managed to squeeze an awful lot of stuff into what's not that huge a space, and it works really well.
Good. Oh, integrated washing machine, dishwasher.
Yeah, it's
Beautiful.
good. Like it.
Lovely. It's a fabulous entertainment area.
Yeah.
You've not just got the dining room, but if we move further down the room, we've got this living area as well.
It's great. Great
What do you
space.
think?
Well, you've actually got 3 spaces because you're straight out to the terrace as well, which is, I think, south facing and really going to get lots and lots and lots of sun.
Beautiful. Now there's one more room that I want to show you.
Okay.
Right. Now, this room feels very sorry for itself.
Yeah. It's a very glamorous cupboard, but it's just a cupboard at the moment.
To me, this room lets the whole property down.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
It's horrible. There's holes in the walls. It looks like shelves have been ripped off
Yeah.
and brackets left in place. The wooden floors don't actually go from wall to wall. There's big
Yeah.
holes, big gaps.
It looks like it used to be something else. It just looks a bit sad and sorry. It's great storage space, but it's wasted. There's lots of finishing that needs doing.
Now what Anthony's actually done is this used to be the room where the boiler was housed.
Right.
And he's ripped it out and put in a combination boiler in the kitchen, which I think is a good move because
is.
people like modern
Sure.
heating systems, don't they?
He's freed up a room. He's freed up a great space. Although it's full at the moment, this can all go somewhere else.
Exactly. And what I'm thinking is, Anthony eventually wants to work from home.
Right.
So study.
Fantastic.
The room provides enough space to construct a study, but there's quite a few problems to solve first. Some plasterwork needs repairing. The laminate floor is incomplete. There's exposed, ugly pipework everywhere. And the room is cramped and full of clutter. So, bearing in mind all the challenges in this problem room, how much is a flat currently worth?
I value this flat in today's markets at £300,000.
Right, I've got two bits of good news for you. The first is that Paul the estate agent values your flat at £300,000.
Excellent, that's really good.
Is that what you imagined?
Yeah, it's about what I expected. Yeah, that's good.
Right. Second bit of good news is that we've noticed you've still got some potential in this flat to add value.
Okay.
And you know that grubby hole that you've got on that cupboard at the bottom of the hallway?
Yeah.
A study.
Excellent, yeah. Sort of thing I thought about before, and but I don't really know how to go about it, so it's something I'd need your help on.
Good. Now, on my computer, I've got some pictures of other studies.
Yeah.
And what I want to know from you is what you really like about them and what you really hate,
Okay.
which will help me in the final design. Okay. Right, so this one's got the wood floors.
Yeah, I do like the wood floors because that's what I've got in the rest of the flat, but it's a bit too dark, that one.
Okay. Now, what about this? I've chosen this one because it's kind of best use of space. It goes round the corner.
Yeah, I like the way that it's curved and fits into the corner, makes good use of space.
The advantage this room has over yours is that it has natural light.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about glass bricks in one of the walls.
Glass bricks would be a really good idea, really bring in the light and also keep it with the sort of same theme as the rest of the flat. So yeah, that'd be good.
So if you're willing to invest £1,000 or £2,000 into creating this study area, Paul the estate agent thinks that you could add upwards of £5,000 onto the value of your property.
Okay, that's excellent.
Sounds
really good.
exciting.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah? Right, so if you're happy with that idea, I'll get Lewis and the boys in and get cracking.
Excellent. Yep, go for it.
This is where I bring in the lovely Lewis Speedy Gonzalez and his band of merry men. Lewis has been in the building trade for 18 years and running his own construction firm for the last 10, so there's nothing he can't handle. And I do like watching him work. Hello, how are you?
Very well, how are you?
I'm alright, we've got a great job
Good.
upstairs. Anthony has got a boiler room that needs making into a study,
Sounds interesting.
and he's got lots of chocolate biscuits.
Well, that's the first thing taken care of. Let's go up and
Can
have
I
a look.
help you out,
Of course you can.
sir? First things first though, Lewis starts work ripping out all those old fixtures to make a clean surface to start work with. Good preparation is everything. Right, last time we chatted, I came away with a very clear idea of what you really liked,
Yeah.
and I know how to add value.
Okay.
So, I've sourced some products.
Yeah.
Nice wood flooring,
Yeah, excellent.
okay, nice and simple. Same colours as the rest of your flat.
Yeah.
Now, almond coloured paint, same as the rest of
Very
your flat.
nice. Yeah.
Neutral colours give the illusion that the space is much larger than it actually is.
Yeah.
Now, my top tip for adding value is people love neutral palettes. So where possible, the permanent things like the flooring and the walls, I would keep in neutral tones.
Okay.
And I would bring colours in with non-permanent objects. So what we could do here is, I know you said you quite liked purple, so Lewis is going to create us 3 frames made out of wood, and then we're going to wrap these fabrics round them,
Okay,
and then you'll have a series of 3 pictures on the walls.
excellent. I can use that as a pin board as well. Put notes on and messages.
You're great, hold them. The other thing is, purple looks quite nice in a study, and
Yeah.
so does brown.
Yeah,
And this sort of thing is great for creating extra storage space,
yeah, definitely.
which is good for a study and good because your room is, I don't know, 1 foot by 1 foot. So any extra spaces will be useful.
No, that's good. That'll look good in there.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Right, so that's that. Now, one more thing I've got to show you is
Yeah.
I would suggest that sort of office desk.
Desk.
It's quite compact. It's incorporating the corner of the room,
yeah,
give the illusion that the room is actually larger than it is, and it's incorporating glass and chrome, so it's quite modern and in
Yeah.
keeping with the rest of the flat, and also won't burn a hole in your pocket.
no, good price.
Yeah?
Yeah, excellent.
Nice. Shall I put the kettle on?
Yeah, go on then.
Now that we've decided on the look and feel of the study, Lewis can get cracking doing all the heavy, dusty, dirty work. So, to bring light into that room, we're ripping out a section of the wall into the corridor to create an artificial window. Removing a brick wall is usually a job for a builder, so even if you're extremely competent at DIY, it's worth getting an expert to check that the wall isn't load-bearing. Welcome back to North London, where we're putting our money where this flat is by turning a disused boiler room into a study. The flat has been valued at £300,000, which is below the usual price for 2-bedroom flats in the area. What's letting it down is this disused and cluttered old boiler room. The owner, Anthony, is mixing in to help turn the room into an ultra-cool study. Right, Anthony, so you're happy with glass bricks because that's going to bring maximum light into that small, pokey room.
Yeah.
But Lewis, how realistic is it?
Yes, it is practical. We found out that it's not a load-bearing wall, so they can go in. What we have to do is make up a frame so they go in square and get my bricklayer to install them. But if you are thinking about doing them yourself, I recommend you buy these spacers that come with the blocks, or you buy them as extras, and they give you the actual space that you require.
Oh, and with your frame,
That's
spot on.
That's right. Obviously, what you have to remember is to measure out first and make sure the frame is the right size for the blocks.
Now that's all very interesting, Lewis, but let's get down to the exciting stuff now. Colours. Okay, now we've got lots of different coloured glass bricks. Need to know which one you want. And remember, the aim is to get as much natural light through the room as possible.
Yeah.
So it'll open the whole small space up.
Yeah. Okay.
Which one are you going for?
Definitely not the coloured ones. Too dark and damage the value of the property. And then this one's probably a bit too dark as well, the frosted type. So that'll get rid of the light. The bubbles, there's
Too
really
many.
too much. So it's got to be this one. That one.
That one?
Yep.
Lewis? You're the
I'll
man
give it
for
to the
job.
bricklayer.
But every bricklayer needs a labourer, and so Anthony is busy mixing the cement. Then our very well-dressed brickie can lay the bricks from outside the room. He's making sure that the glass bricks are laid straight and true using a plumb line. Natural light and neutral colours will open up the space and make the room look and feel much larger. Next, it's time to rip up that tired and incomplete old laminate floor. With the smart use of a sharp chisel and a bit of Lewis muscle, it comes up a treat. Now that there's a clean work area and all the old piping from the boiler's been removed, it's time to box in all the pipes with MDF and to provide a means of hiding the cabling for a special uplight that will be used to accentuate those beautiful glass bricks. Then it's time to get dressed for the artistic stuff, and it's on with the paint. And it can only be light, bright and neutral. Outside, Lewis is busy making a storage cupboard for the room.
Always remember when cutting MDF, whether it be by power saw or by hand saw, always use a mask because it does produce a fine dust and it can't be very good for you.
This cupboard is just the right size to fit all that clutter that Anthony has kept on the floor of the room. And he seems pretty pleased with the result.
Well, the unit's gone and it's looking good. The size is good, so it can fit ironing board in, hoover, and then shut the door. So it's just got a little broom cupboard, and then there's some storage space at the top for any files or boxes that I might have as well.
There the doors going on the front, so they've just been screwed on with flush hinges. And we're just going to do the bottom one, put some magnetic catches on there so it holds it up and we're done.
Now that the floor space is clear, the new laminate floor is cut to size and expertly laid.
What are we doing now then?
I'm just finishing off this flooring in here.
Okay, you put it down really quickly. What was that?
Yeah, it's a fairly new design. It's a clip system, which basically just clips into place, like so. But what you must remember is to leave an expansion gap all the way around the edge, and then cover it with a bead that goes on afterwards, because it does move about naturally, and if you don't, it will bulge up in the middle. Also, what we've done is use the soundproofing underlay, which will stop sort of vibrations and any noise going downstairs, which should keep your neighbours very happy.
Excellent.
So all that remains to do is to put the beadings around the edge, and we should be done.
Okay.
What Daniel's doing now is just finishing the glass blocks off with wide joint grout. We've used the cement, but Anthony wasn't happy with the colour of it. It wasn't white, so we've bought some wide joint grout and we're putting that in now just to finish it off. Basically all it is spread it on with a squeegee, they call this tool, and then just wipe it off with a sponge, and hopefully it should leave some perfect grouting.
Now, Lewis is one of the best builders that I've ever worked with, but he's not great on tidying things up. So get a bit of newspaper, scrunch it up, squirt a bit of this on, and just remove all that grout that's smudged over the glass bricks. Shh, don't tell him. Now this room is really starting to come together, and I put that mainly down to the light colours that we've used in the room, but also lighting is going to give the illusion that the space is bigger than it actually is.
Okay.
So you pop that in there, would you?
Yeah.
The lighting's really important because you want to create a serene, kind of calm atmosphere, don't you?
Yeah.
So we've got these directional spotlights. Let's have a look.
Excellent.
On a dimmer.
Yeah, really good.
One more surprise for you. This glass brick area here
Yeah.
looks fabulous. Lots of natural light coming in, which
Yeah.
also gives the illusion that the room is larger than it is.
Yeah.
It brightens the whole thing up. We've got another directional spot down there.
Okay.
Right. So if you wish,
Wow. Yeah.
looks good, doesn't
Very
it?
good. Yeah, I like that.
Now this is the table that's going to go in the study, and it's one of those flat pack kits which we all love because they tend to be relatively inexpensive. The only drawback to them is they're so complicated to set up unless you're lucky enough to have a Lewis. So what I'd suggest is that you open the box and get every single bit out and check it off against the instructions, that you've got all the screws, all the washers, all the nuts, and then follow the instructions step by step, or just call Lewis. Anthony's area is quite small, so a top tip when selecting knobs for this kind of small area is something quite discreet, quite slim, and also quite flush against the unit to avoid you knocking into it. So now there's just time for all those important finishing touches. So to transform this room from a right old boiler into an uber cool study, we spent £1,450 on labour, £110 on glass bricks, £20 on paint, £55 on wooden flooring, and £230 on furniture, making a grand total of £1,865, a bargain. So we've created a sumptuous study out of an unloved and disused junk room, but will Anthony approve?
Brilliant. It's really.
Do you like
good.
it?
Yeah.
I
It
love
really is.
that desk. What do you
The
think?
desk is brilliant. It just fits in perfectly. I love that desk. The glass and that is brilliant.
What about those colours there?
They look really good. I'm very impressed with that because it does just give it that extra bit of colour, that extra bit of life.
Good.
Like those.
Paul, come have a look. What do you think?
What a change. That's brilliant. Yeah, it works fantastically.
Anthony was really adamant that every single penny that he spent on updating this room added value. Has he achieved that?
Definitely have. It's a huge change. I mean, it's turned a storeroom into a proper workable space and it's brilliant.
You originally valued it at £300,000.
Yeah.
With these changes, how much value have we added?
It's added at least £5,000, somewhere between £5,000 and £10,000.
Excellent.
Drinks are on
Really
you
good.
tonight, Anthony. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's great.
That's really good. So, having spent less than £2,000, the flat is now valued at between £305,000 to £310,000. We've added up to £10,000 of extra value in just a few days. That's putting your money where your house is.